Hi folks, welcome to another episode of the Sabres Reloaded. This is the video on this channel that talks about topics, current topics within our organization, dressing room, management, could be a lot of things, depends. But today I want to talk about we're in a must-win homestand. I think that we've come down to that if we're going to turn the corner part of the season. Like we've successful West trip, without a doubt, successful West trip, but we did split at home. So we're not starting 5-1 like last year. We're starting 4-2. And last year, of course, we kind of fell under the radar pretty quick once we went on that West trip and we started losing, and then we went into a tailspin after that. We don't want to go into any tailspins this year. We want the Sabres to get out, get rolling, and just keep rolling. This is the hope of every Sabres fan, is that the Sabres just keep rolling this year. If we have a good homestand, we got 4 games, 2 on the road, 4 games at home again. So 8 of the next 10 are in Buffalo. It's important in this 10 games that we go like 7-3. It really is, 7-3. I mean, we talked about the first 16 games. I've talked about the first 16 games of the season, the first fifth of the season in a video. And I believe we've got through the worst part of the 16 games, getting that West trip behind us. And we come out of it 3-1. So if the Sabres can go 3-1 on this homestand, we'd be in good shape. So we've got some games coming up that we should be able to win. But you know what, folks? Montreal's playing better. Chicago's surprising. Detroit, we know are tough. We know they're going to be tough. I don't think they're amongst the elite of the league, but they're better, absolutely. So there is games coming up. Let me go over that just real briefly, guys. I just want to check something on that, because if we can have a good homestand. I'm not saying we're going to talk about playoffs, because no, it's way too soon. But we can think about it, We can at least think about it. We don't want to have a bad homestand and be like climbing out of a hole again. We're too used to that. So let me check the schedule. All right, so we got Montreal, Chicago, Detroit to finish out the month, okay? A day off in between each game. Then we got Pittsburgh to open up next month. And then we close out the homestand there. Back-to-back games in Carolina and Tampa Bay. That's going to be a tough week. We got Pittsburgh, in Carolina, in Tampa Bay. Tough games. Then we come home. And we come home to Arizona. Then we got Vegas and Jack Eichel. Calm down. Then we got Boston and Vancouver. That closes out, guys, the first 16 games, the first fifth of the NHL season, right there. So 8 of the next 10. This is really, guys. If it's a must-win homestand, I'm counting the homestand as 8 of the 10. Okay, yes, we can't go like 4-4 at home and then 0-2 on the road and just be floating around. We're gonna have to really kick in and get serious as a hockey club. We really are. And if we can do that in these 8 home games that are coming up, we're going to know by the middle of the month what we're sitting on, guys. I'll tell you right now, by the 15th, is it the 15th? Yes, the 15th of the month, we're going to know. 15th. Before the Ottawa game in Ottawa, before we go to that road, that trip to Ottawa the next night, we're going to have an idea of what's going on with our boys. We're going to know. We'll have a very, very good idea if we're a 500 squad, if we're a team that's on the rise, we're a team that it's looking bad again in Buffalo and all that stuff. We're going to know very soon. So the suspense, the drum roll is going to end by the middle of next month. We're going to have a very good idea what we're sitting on for this season. And I think we're sitting on something special. And even though we went 3-1 on that West trip, I'm happy it's out of the way. I'm alarmed, though, with the shots allowed and things like this. We can't keep letting in tons of shots every game. We all know this. We can't. And we didn't last game, but we sure as hell, guys, didn't show up last game. And that, again, was alarming. But it's normal with a young team. I got to keep telling myself, Wayne, this is, we're not going to start 5-1 every year. So it's a good start. I'm happy with the 4-2 start overall, because there's some hard game, or a West trip off the schedule, a Florida game off the schedule, even that Ottawa game off the schedule. I mean, Ottawa now, like, they're dealing with injuries over there with Norris and stuff, so it's going to be a struggle for them. If the boys can just keep somehow rolling along, and I mean rolling along, win 3 out of 4, split on the road, come home, win 3 out of 4. There it is, 7-3. If we can do like something like that, okay, then I'm good. And we gotta be a 500 team on the road this year. Got to be, I figure, a really good home team and at least a 500 team on the road, because this is it's not an easy league to win in. And if you can win half your games, or at least get 50% of your points on the road. If we could win 20 games on the road this year, I'd be thrilled with that. Thrilled with that this year. And, win like 25, 26 at home. I mean, that means we're a playoff team. If we can do something like that, we're a playoff team. If we win 20 games on the road, 26 at home would do it. It would do it. But it's easier said than done. So we're going to have to go into this 4 games. I figure we got to get 3 of them. And that would put where would that put my prediction? 4-2? Would be just under. I said 7-2-1, right? Yeah, I would miss it by half a game. I can live with that if that happens. If we start the season 7-3, I'm good. So I would like to see that. If we can take 3 to next 4, we'll be in good shape. If we lose 3 to next 4, all of a sudden, guys, we're a 500 squad. And we're just, all sorts of question marks are happening. We need to keep winning. This is a team that needs to keep winning, and as much as possible. We can't let efforts like that turn into losing streaks. We have to be able to cut our losses with that game, move forward now onto a good game tonight. Like, they better show up tonight against Montreal, because you guys know how I hate to lose to Montreal, right? You know how I hate it. They better beat Montreal tonight, because Montreal is there for the picking this year. They're better. They're more competitive, yes. But they're not even close to as physical as they used to be. That's really good news for us tonight. And really, we just got to keep our eyes on Caulfield and Suzuki and really close them down, and that's it, game over. Really, if the Sabres do that, we're a much bigger squad than them. We're a much faster team, I can tell you that. They're much faster than the Habs. But the Habs are looking better than they're supposed to this year, which doesn't shock this guy. I know this team well because I live here. I know what to expect with a team that doesn't want to make history. They don't want to have back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since like World War II. They don't want to have it happen this year. So we will see tonight, okay? Let's get them tonight. All right, that's it for this topic, guys. Let's win at home. Winning at home is important. Starts tonight. See you then.